Good evening and welcome. Tonight on Monday night I'm going to be having another stream of the Doom campaign, continuing on from exactly where I left off the other day. That was quite a fun stream and hopefully this will be another fun one as well. I'm going to, as usual at the start, I'm going to start by sending invites and letting people know on the Twitter that I'm almost ready to go. We will start momentarily, I promise. I'm just going to get the link for my friends on Telegram. Just some good banter on the Twitter. You don't get to say that very often, not nowadays. Okay. Right, no one's viewing just now, but I'm sure a few will pop in later on, so yeah, might as well just get going. The symbol of the devil. Is this the place where Mormons go when they die? Or are they too happy, too cheery to go there? Into the fire we go. Sure, I can set a bit close. Right, that's a pretty good start. Low health. Yeah, I got the button right this time. I kept on using the grenade button for switching over, trying to change weapon. So yeah, I'm just gonna take in my surroundings. Isn't it beautiful? Picturesque. This is the first time I've reached hell. I got Doom over a year ago and I never really... I started it and I enjoyed it, but I just never followed through. Other games would consume my life. He's here. Fucking moo! We have a visitor. Welcome, tailed feature. We are in hell. And you're the first viewer tonight. So yeah, you won't get motion sickness because you're watching a live stream, and you're going to probably watch me die fairly soon because my health's pretty low. Right. This feels pretty ominous.
We'll set up a portal device at the tomb. Use the light poles to mark our path.
Is that Coat Bridge? It could be one of many places. Coat Bridge, definitely a shout. I'm not sure yet. I know that the main setting's Mars, so maybe this is Venus. Which would make perfect sense because women are from Venus. So this is where feminism came from. It all see when you piece it together. Right. Here we are. Cowden-Gelly. Oh shit, I'm not gonna die straight away, am I? Yep. I think you just mentioned Cowden-Gelly and it just made me feel like jumping off there. There's an off chance you might hear a dog barking, and I do apologise for that. Right, just gonna have a wee drink. A wee sip of my Kunsel juice. Right. If I'm gonna die, let me die with honour this time. Little shield particles here. Nice. Holy fuck. Do I have here? Oh, I'm dead. And good evening to Catherine. Is that Catherine from the Tailed Feature stream that I spoke to? Greetings, good evening. It's good to have you on, good to have a new face on. I was at class. Was it mandatory consent class? Oh fuck, I've done it again. Well, don't worry, you're going to see me die over and over, and I'm going to die under stupid circumstances quite often, so yeah, this will make you feel a bit better. Right. And good evening to Chowda. I die more than Kenny. Yeah, I'm afraid so, but the other day I was doing it, I was at a hard part, and then I done well after that. But so far, You've probably missed some of my worst deaths. Well, there's a new weapon, so maybe... Oh, it's not letting me pick it up now, yeah, there we go. Maybe it was a good thing I died after all. Gas cannon. But let's see what this shit does. Me like. Oh, go away. Oh god, I died again. Although, in my defence, there's not a lot of health kicking about just now. I've just got this horrible feeling it's going to be worse than that other part that you saw me die over and over at Chowder. Oh shit, that's not good. There's some health. IDDQD. Is that something related to Doom? And tell me what it is. I'm still a bit of a Doom normie, you could say. That's a bit better. Vid branches get good. Hello branches. Dude, you're going to get some advice on how to play from me today. COD mode on Doom 2. I had a feeling it was something to do with Doom because some of the trophy list has these initials. Hang on a second. Do I need to pick this up again? No. Good. So there's a little bit of a gamer in there tailed. Maybe we should find a cure for motion sickness and then we could turn you into a gamer yet. Oh, wrong one. There's some health. Hey girl. Hey, don't be misogynistic. Don't assume her gender either. Thank God for that. Sure. Yeah, I've got respect for you, Catherine. I was white knighting there against a potential bro dude who's misogynistic. You played in the late 90s, that was the last time you played a shoot 'em up till the other week. Do you remember what platform it was on? All joking aside, I can actually vouch for Chowder Ranger Catherine. He's going to convert to Judaism, so that means he's going to have lots of shekels coming in. PC Master Race. Yep, indeed. So how do I get in here? There must be a way in here, but I don't want to like waste precious ammo on it. Right, I'll use one of these to see if anything happens. Nope, that was a waste. So yeah, the graphics on PC are better, but I don't know, maybe it was played at 100 frames per second. That could have made you feel a bit weird. Minimap. PC is for elitist and my hairy dad. Back off, Chowder, she's mine. I'm white knighting for her. You won't respect her like I will. Shit, we've got demons here. Oh fuck. Oh fuck, it's another Trigglypuff. Oh, there's two of them. Alright, what do I do here? What do I do here? Ah yes, rocket launchers. They were my saviour the other night. Oh shit. That's one Trigglypuff defeated. Get your carcass off this planet. Get your carcass off this planet. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. No, 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 no. There we are. I survived. What else have we got? Oh, I'm dead again. I'm not as attractive in person as you'd think. Oh, I think you're being a bit hard on yourself. It's strange to see that Wrigley out of its natural habitat. No, I'm sure you're gorgeous, Catherine. Oh, back here again. Shit, 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 shit. You're most welcome. See, respect does work on the whammons. I guess I'm just gonna go straight to the rocket launcher this time. No games. Nice. Tail, yes you did. And Police Scotland are monitoring the chat and the stream, so you better get running. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, that's good. I thought I was the one that was getting abused branches. I think Police Scotland have been monitoring me for some time now. Yeah, no wonder, especially after you decided to go after the SMP in your latest video. Nice kill. I know my chances. You'll convert to Judaism and then you'll have your pick. That motherfucking shield, I could use that. Secret found. Must be the rotten corpse of one of the many Trigglypuffs. Branches, I need to ask you a question because I know you've played this. Is this Venus? Is hell set on Venus in this game? Oh, totally need to get that. That's kind of the idea. I'm Catholic, not Jewish, says Catherine. Have you ever watched The Big Bang Theory? A Catholic marries a Jew. You could maybe be like that. That's Islam you're thinking of. Yep. So this is I'm in a bit of a tricky spot here. There's not really a safe space for me to traverse this area. So I'm just going to have to risk dying again. There's no way I'm making that. Mars, I think, been a while. The first few missions were set on Mars, but this is a totally different place called Hell. And I'm just thinking, you know, all these intersectional feminists that I've got to shoot up, and feminists being from Venus, just got me thinking this is probably Venus. And wasted some health there. What do you think of the Pope? Well, as we were discussing earlier, Police Scotland are monitoring, so I'm not really going to say anything. I'm not too fond of the current one. Yeah, I think Tail Feature wants to go to jail. I think he wants to be a martyr, an anti-SNP martyr. No idea where to go. Never finished it because there released a massive update, yeah. Yeah, you often put off games because of updates, don't you? Ah, here we are. Oh, there's Trigglypuff. And she's probably got an army of white knights coming as well. Guys, I've got a question for you. It's not a joke, it's a rhetorical question. Is the Pope a Catholic? You actually have to ponder now. Oh, I've lost my shield. Except, yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's right, Catherine. He has been much more accepting of Muslim refugees over Christians. It would be the first time in Catholicism's history that they've refused to help fellow Christians who are under siege from Islam. Just ask the Byzantines when the Ottomans took over. Is the stream lagging for anyone else? Yeah, good question. I'm in the conservatory with the setup right now. Yeah, oh shit. A little bit. I'll keep persevering for a few minutes and then let me know if it's still bad. Atheism was a mistake. It's not too bad, Doc. That's fine. If it was unbearable, I'd be willing to restart the stream upstairs. But I prefer doing it on the screen in the conservatory. Right. I'm not gonna die. Oh, fuck. Right. I'm just going to ask a question. Is Mr. Perfect watching this stream? Oh, not again. I think next time I might play Dark Souls instead. Nice easy game. I'm going to be playing my fiddle outside while watching this. Yeah, no problem. Are you a gamer, Catherine? Used to game a lot more. Did you think the Pope's a Catholic? It's a rhetorical question, might be a cut. Well, when the Ottomans took Constantinople, the Pope did the square root of fuck all to help the Byzantines that time. You should get back into gaming, Catherine. We need more whammons in the gaming world. No matter how badly I'm playing, I still don't think I'm doing quite enough to get a job at IGN or Polygon or whoever it is that does reviews before the game's released. I think I'm still a bit too good to get to studying engineering and trying to do well as a musician too. Oh, that's good, you've got quite a broad variety there, that's quite good. I'd love to get back into gaming, yeah, it's more of a hobby. No, but no, you crack on if you're studying. We need more whammons in engineering as well. Yeah, I asked earlier, is Mr. Perfect watching this just now? If so, let yourself be known. Right. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm definitely dying now. Yep. The way I fell, I just knew I was going to die there. You never really had consoles growing up? Oh, that's a shame. Pretty much everyone I know has had consoles growing up. Even my youngest sister, who's 10 years older than me, had a Mega Drive when I was a baby. Even back then, you had your women's in gaming. My mum wouldn't let them in the house. Oh, is this, without trying to be too cheeky, is this some sort of Catholic piety? Is it against the teachings of the Lord and Saviour to play games? Yep, you're getting the 1X soon, and I'm going to be buying your 1S at a cut price. Oh shit, I'm working on that again. Nope. First game I get will be Khan's Creed. Khan's Creed is good. My mum didn't want me to turn out stupid. See, I don't know what it would have been like back in the day, but without trying to sound strange, I actually think that gaming to an extent has boosted my intelligence, if anything. They've run a bit further in your education, yeah. Yeah, but no, I'm playing the Assassin's Creed games, although the accuracy might be in question. I learned a whole lot in Assassin's Creed. For example, playing Kangs, I actually never realised that the drachma was Greek's currency until 2002. So I'm not even trying my hardest now. Got Zoo Tycoon for the business aspect. I used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon. I completed every single one, but I didn't make a profit in much. Excuse me. You've got to be shitting me. You guys actually just witnessed that. Yeah. Of all the people to be in the stream when I did that, you would have to be there, Branches, wouldn't you? To be a witness to that. Keep this up soon and it commits seppuku, indeed. Or I can just play a walking simulator the next time. That has no combat in it and I can finish in 10 minutes. Let's try this bitch. I'm a bit too overpowered for these little things. Cuck Simulator. Cuck Simulator would be a DLC to Migrant Crisis Simulator. One where you've got to actually actively defend the people that are having a bit of fun. And I'm dead again. Play a real man's game like Dark Souls. I probably will stream it, but I need to find a way to stream it on my PC without it being vaporized. I've had a lot of hard crashes on PC using OBS. It's just quite frustrating. The rest of you won't remember much, but Chowder was watching me struggle the other night, but I was actually concentrating and trying hard. Now I'm just a bit half-hearted. Too much chat going on. Right. Your dad identifies your mother. Remaster out soon on... That'll be out on PS4, not that'll be getting it on that. Nah, I won't be getting it on that either. I've still got the 360 copy you gave me. I might play that once I get the 1S off Chowder. Your dad is awesome and is a man rather than a soy boy. Good. So if you bring a guy home, is your dad the sort of guy that will be laying down the ground rules? On the plus side, you've just put Chowder off pursuing you anymore. Oh, I'm dead again. I'm dead again. That thing that just killed me there, Catherine, is that what your dad's like? Oh, excuse me. I'm on ultra-violent branches. I was just about to ask, should I go down, but I really don't want to go down. I'm basically playing a 3D version of Cuphead. Rocket launcher time. Right. Time to focus. Get lost. Every single time. Fair enough, it's supposed to be tricky. Indeed. There's two other difficulties that are actually harder than this. There's the nightmare mode, and then there's nightmare mode which you can only die once and it's game over for real. Right, assault rifle. There we go. Ezekiel said what? Yes. Ezekiel said what? Come on, Chowder. He's trying to sabotage me. This is him in direct competition for your heart, Catherine. He's trying to sabotage me. I appreciate his comment. Right though. Oh, cool, never noticed this route before. So we get... Knock it back. Gosh, that was good. Oh, you're partially American. Doesn't let that interesting fact about you. So you're a Yankee. Right, I think so far this is the best I've played. Touch wood. I'm probably going to come up against something that's going to destroy me. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oof. God, that was one sturdy motherfucker. Super shotgun. It's like I'll need you. Now we're talking. Jesus. I'm gonna take a wee break. Stream died. Born and raised in America. So can you just confirm that that you can hear me still? Stream is back. That's good to know. Thank you, and apologies for that. The router is at the complete opposite end of the house, and this is in the conservatory at my sister's house. But I think after this I might move back up to the spare room where it's in better range. Right, stream is K. Oof. I'm being a bit overly cautious. I really don't want to die now after I've survived longer. The soundtrack in this game is awesome. Oh, no. Oh, two of them. Oh, we use guys to fuck. Oh, I've got the cannon. Oh, no. Did you not upgrade your guns? I've upgraded a few, although not all, and a couple of them I've only just acquired in the last mission or so. Watched the presentation by the guy who did the soundtrack, pretentious as fuck. Oh, you're right into your music, eh? That's a shame. Although what's not a shame is I've got a checkpoint, so if I die now, I won't have to go through that again. So you guys saw me progress. You bared witness to it. Now I'm just gonna look for some shit before going to that place on the marker. That's shut. Fucking finally. Hey Chowder, I want you to get this on your Xbox One X, and I want you to play Ultraviolet Violence, and I want you to stream it so I can shit over your gameplay. Yep, so that's a few goodies, some ammo. Right, let's see what... Oh, not in there. In here. A gravestone in hell. I'm going to start with a rocket launcher because I've got a feeling something really bad's going to pop up. Well, the marker's telling me to go there, but I don't have a prompt to open up. Shit, better look around again. Need the yellow key. Oh, so you've played this part. Yeah, I'll look for a yellow key. Cheers for the hint. That pretty much sums me up tailed right now. I don't know fuck all. Yellow skull. It wasn't a key, it was a skull. There's the... Here we go. Just guessing at this point. Do you recall getting to this part, branches? Just pausing to read. IDKFA is another Doom 2 cheat. Alright, it gets you all the keys and ammo. Sweet. But it made perfect sense because, yeah, I don't know fuck all at the minute. But I found that skill. Didn't get off Mars. You're just gonna have to leave Steam on to update it and get cracking with this game because it's really good. Let's see. I don't have much. I've got 2 upgrade points to spend. Oh, let me go back in. And I've only got 1 point for the suit, so yeah, I'm just gonna have to carry on. For like 4 days.
In the first age, in the first battle, when the shadows first lengthened, one stood, burned by the embers of Armageddon, his soul blistered but ascension. He chose the path of his ravenous hatred. He found no peace, and with boiling blood, tasted the bite of his sword, named him the Doomslayer.
Doomslayer. Buffering. I'll just give it a pause. When the connection gets bad enough, I get a little message on my screen saying that it's not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. So, yeah, just keep telling me how the stream is. Up we go. Still out of ammo. I'm back. Excellent. Oh shit. Get the fireballed. No, it's these flying bastards from the other night, Chowder. Remember how I struggled with these guys for so long. It feels bad, man. Feels real bad. Yes, they do indeed. They are the scourge of my chances of progressing in this game. But yeah, the rocket launcher seemed to help a lot. I don't need to do that again. I'm just going to start with the rifles until those guys come out again. Firing blanks. Yeah, what you just saw there, that is pure polygon gameplay. Right, this is where that flyer spawned. Oh, here we go. Please just be one. Please just be one. Oh Jesus, I'm getting swarmed. It's Tara Rouge, Cologne, New Year's Eve 2016. Fuck. Yes! Good hit. Oh, how did that happen? See, I thought I was doing okay that time. You just got culturally enriched. If it's got a head, that's its weak spot. Yeah, take that, you little shit. Yep, no problem, tailed. Oh dear. Jesus, this guy's quick. Oh, they shut the gate. Missed. Keep moving, keep moving. Missed again, I'm wasting precious ammo by being crap. Let me get close, let me get close. Oh, that's not enough health. Nowhere near enough. Oh, what? That was my fault. I killed him, but I blew myself up. Instead of ripping his beating heart out, I decided to Allah Akbar myself. Well, I didn't decide to. I just panicked. It was a panic shot, and that's why I died again. Splash damage, mate. I know. I should. The thing was, he was glowing, so I had a chance to give him a melee finisher. But I just panicked and just blew myself up instead. Come here, you little shit. Oh, that was nice. Some of the melee animations are really satisfying in this. Shoot at their feet. Is that the big guys you're talking about? Here comes the flyer. Here comes the rocket launcher. Rocket Man! Yes. Oh, that was so satisfying. Oh yes, you're getting absolutely destroyed. Looks like a couple of them are running away there after I destroyed their master. Oh, there's another one of those flying X. King John. Oh, I saw the health coming out there. Well, if the previous level represented France in a migrant simulator, this is definitely Berlin. The definition of insanity. Oh, wrong way. Did I see some help here? Teeny bit of help. Righto. Bit of sound lag coming through. There's a lady pen when you need it. Use chainsaw for instant kill. I love the chainsaw. I just checked earlier and I was out of ammo. I can do a quick check. Yep, out of ammo. It's a shame. I'd love to use that. That's right. That's one down. health, we need health. Oh shit, shit. Die. And branches, what were you booing for? Oh, hear that screeching. Oh, there's more. Ugh. Well, just a few seconds and I'll get underway with my next impending doom. See what I did there. Silence before the storm. It's like your first day in prison. Although I felt I did a bit better utilising the space. I think that's the problem. I was too cagey. You can't really be defensive in this, you've just got to be aggressive all the time. How the fuck are you still alive? That's one. Oh, for some reason, Catherine, I thought Chowder said your comment. Don't know why. Probably because you've been a wee bit quiet. A bit fortunate. Good. Oh, killed one. Oh, again. And again. And again. I used to be in an alt-right boy band. It was called the Backstreet Boys. Better go back for a little bit more health. Maybe just having that 3% extra or what have you, 6 might help. Yeah, so I'm leaking viewers now. People are getting bored watching me just die over and over. Wish I could find a chainsaw to destroy them all. Although I've got a feeling that it'll be hard to come by in hell. Oh, fuck it, what difference does it make? Oh, for reals. I like watching you die. You've come to the right stream then. Hopefully if I can find a way to get my PC to stream better without without it crashing, I'll play a game called Cuphead, which is really hard. It's a 2D game with 1930s cartoon graphics. It's super fun but also very difficult. Probably more so than this. What was peak viewership? I think about 7 it got up to, but I never stayed at that. I think it was stable at 5 and then went to 6 a couple of times. Mind you, Tail did bail for a while. He might come back, he might not. He's maybe thrown up from all the motion sickness. This is the way. Oh no, I need health, Cat and mouse now. There's none. Goy, oh goy. Much needed. I think I'll go back out, get a bit. I'm going to scour the area I did earlier, see if I missed a few things. See, all this could be the difference between life and death. Yes. Guys are so much easier to get along with than girls. That's quite interesting. I've met a lot of girls in my time that have said the same thing, or have admitted that they get on better with guys. I like the way you die, boy. So, what is it? Internalized misogyny then? Right, I've maxed out. Can't find any more shield. Women are evil. Jesus Christ, you are so woke, Catherine. Who's been feeding you all these red pills? It's like you've been watching MGTOW 101 or something. Or Goodfella. He's quite red pilled when it comes to the women's, eh? Can't find any more shield fragments, so because we're all trying to be nice and hope you were sleeping with us. Dude, that works. Don't listen to all those PUAs. It works. You know, when you're in your late 30s and earning a fortune. while you have your little banter on the chat, I'm going to be ignoring you for the next couple of minutes because I'm going to focus. I want to pass. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but it's hard to resist the melee kills. When guys, I've just paused it to read your comments. When guys compete for a chick, they just beat each other and move on. When girls compete for a man, so it's a lot worse. The music sounded like a chainsaw there. I thought this was my break. Maybe I just picked up a chainsaw. I could cut my way through. That was my worst one yet. I went saving up all that health just to destroy myself. True enough. Welcome back, Tailed. Yeah, I'm just basically dying over and over, and that time it was my own fault. Well, it's been my own fault a lot, but that time I actually killed myself. There was no blows dealt by a monster. So, yeah, sorry, this is a bit time consuming, but I need all the help I can get. Communist in Space hasn't come on tonight. I wonder what he's doing. Is he in the gulags? On duty, I mean, in the gulags? We're all just like lobsters at the end of the day. So you're saying we're basically sea monsters then? A few people ask for a clean version of the SMP video. Is that they want to like show it at school? Is there like a good reason for that? I'll be having a look out for your edit. Stability, and sadly that's call me sucking the sturgeon peen, yeah. But yeah, you're right, Catherine. It is a shame that happens, but it's not much can be done. Right, honest question for the guys here. Would you consider yourselves alphas, betas, or in-betweens? I want to hear your answers. What? We didn't like you swore. Change it. Nah. See, to be honest, I don't swear as much as I used to. But well, you've probably heard me swear tonight. But I don't swear as much as I used to. But I don't have a problem with it. I think I'm just so used to it now. Zeta. Zeta males. I remember that from my MGTOW phase. I did have a MGTOW phase. I still like listening to the odd one, the ones that are intelligent and rational. But it was too dogmatic and too simplistic for some of their arguments as well. Probably a gamma. It's hard to like come up with a label for myself. I wouldn't call myself confident enough to be an alpha, but I have too much self-respect to be anything like a beta. At least I lift. Is that what you do at the gym? I work on cardio at the gym more. That way when you convert to Judaism I can give you all the anti-Semitic abuse I want and I can outrun you. Oh fuck. See, these guys just... It's like they're teleporting. Oh no, right into a rock. Right into death. Again! Very good branches. Oh, I still don't know if that counts on the 300 plus genders list. You might need to ask for it to be expanded. Fuck it, I'm just gonna go ramble for the rest of the stream. You can't. Oh, should have meleeed him. Good. Did it even mean that? I definitely meant that. My sexuality is same gender loving. It's not homosexual sexuality, it's same gender loving. And you guys remember Black Hitler? If I were a male, I don't know what I'd be. Well, if I was a female, I don't know what I'd be. I'd like to think if I was a female, regardless of whether I was straight or les, I would be feminine at least, rather than all masculine. Shotgun time! Oh, Gazi, yeah, yeah, Gazi. Gazi was pretty funny. He's probably one of the few unwokes that I do kind of feel a bit bad for, because he has had a pretty bad upbringing. But he's funny as fuck. He's basically Ruby Rod from The Fifth Element. Catherine, if you're a male, you'd have a massive penis. It's a 21st century tale, you don't need to have a penis to be male. Just ask half of the Swedish population. I think my shotgun might be the way to go. How can you move that fast? Oh, another death. At this rate I'm going to have more deaths on this game than I do on Cuphead. You don't have large tits as a female. Oh, disappointment. That's it, I'm pulling out of the race. It's between you and Tailed now, Chowder. Chowder. I'm going to call you Chowder because it pisses you off. Large enough for my purposes. I'm tempted to try another Sonic Mania stream soon, but the sound is just way too loud. I might tinker with the settings to see what I can do the next time. That's Chowder. God, it's like saying the N-word and then putting in a certain effect at the end of it. Yeah, I went there, I said Chowder, not Chowda. I wonder by any chance a Scottish individual watching. I just need to clarify, I have seen his dick before, Scottish individuals. Although I needed a telescope, but I did see it. Get off the stage, you flying fuck. My shields have been doing the square root of fuck all. I know, exactly a handful basically. Happy. Oh yeah. You are deed, pal. He is ecstatic. Only huge sacks of shekels could make him happier than that, Catherine. You've made his night. Here's another bit of useless shield. Doc, is it a cabercock? Don't know, but it's probably smaller than that. You should run for president. I agree, Chowder. We need a whammon in the White House at last, and not one that's beneath the desk, one that's sitting at the desk. And I'm dead again, all because of that lapse in concentration. Right, you guys, if you all want to relieve yourselves, this is the time, because I'm going to do that, and I'm going to pour myself a glass of water. So, time for a break. I return, cream egg and tow. Just make sure to clean your internet history when you get back. Of all the people I've ever known in my life, you're definitely the one that would know a lot about that. Branches, remember my birthday a few years ago when we manhandled Angus and made him watch Two Girls, One Cup or whatever it was. The fuck were you talking about when I was away? So, Catherine, is Chowder here buying his way into your heart? Oh, memories! Oh, that was good times. Top Girl. Oh God. We were also making him watch what was it? One man, one jar or something. And we were like restraining him to make sure that he would watch it. I've got a very poor quality clip of that actually, so I was recording it. And speaking of that guy that we were manhandling, just to make things better, he is the most blue-pilled middle-class socialist you could imagine. He is Owen Jones tier, I am not joking. Oh, wrong button, back to the old habits. That tailed is closer, he started. Oh, what? Note to self, you can't jump over these bastards. So yeah, the way things are going, my next Doom stream, I'm probably just going to be doing this all over and over. This chat. Guys, I probably would have thrown my controller through the telly by now if it wasn't for you guys keeping me tame. It's also nice to have a chick like you, Catherine, that can indulge in this sort of banter. If you did, I worry if I did this in the workplace, it would end up being the end of my career, basically. Not that I have one just now, but in the future. No, my surrender. Just killing you. Who cares about finesse? Oh, where did you come from? Oh, pausing. Right. God, I think I just missed some spicy chat while I was concentrating there. I'm really quite modest in stature. Yeah, and that's quite bad for someone that wants to be Jewish. Are you? hurting myself again. And thanks, Doc. I'm glad I can be that kind of girl that can touch this sort of thing. No problem. So yeah, I'm taking little pause breaks to sort of regain my focus. This is definitely my best run so far tonight. I hope I've not jinxed it. Oh, maybe I just have. Oh god, no, every single time. It'll look bigger after getting rid of the turtle. That was definitely the best run, but I don't think I'll point that out if I do better, because I'll just die. So chat, what do you think? Sonic Mania for another stream, if I can find a way to balance the volume and make it sound not as loud. Would you be up for that? Would you enjoy watching me play that? Or is that too easy? I'll mix up the games I play, I won't just play the same one over and over. I think Sonic Mania is definitely more relaxing to play when I've got a shitposting stream going at the same time. Do you know how to lower the volume? It would be within the game itself. I mean, the volume's fine on this game. I don't know if you've noticed the difference. You've not commented yet, but yeah, the sound gain is absolutely loud on Sonic Mania. I could just have it at a modest volume, and as soon as I boot the app up, it goes SEGA! Really loud. These flying fucks. Whenever I've struggled in Doom, it's always been these bastards and their fucking foot soldiers. But if I find a way to make Sonic Mania not as loud and balance the volume a bit better, then I might just stream that another time. Not that way. That was almost good. Oh god, I was so close to getting my health back there. I just know Tailed is going to write a song about my constant dying in Doom. It's going to be a very melancholy piece. Doom metal. Kill myself. Yeah, well, I've done that a few times actually. Almost like just gone up to a wall and then fired a rocket launcher. Jihad fail. Oh, here we go again, see? Another break. Not bad, Chowder, not bad. Oh god, I actually felt a bit of rage there. I had to compose myself. The best game I've ever played is The Witcher 3. But one fault of that game is that you could die from falling from fairly low heights. At least when it's not modded. There's mods on the PC version for it to stop that. Yeah, The Witcher 3 is another game I recommend for you, Chowder. Massive open world adventure with lots of lore, political intrigue, and excellent storytelling. That little bitch with his cheap shot there. Oh, how did I get... I've got to reach that shield, I've got to reach that shield. My parents are punks, and they sounded pretty conservative from what you were saying earlier. Ah, not again! Don't dress like it anymore, but still listen to the music. So they're lapsed punks, or retired punks. I think I've got a decent strategy going. Yeah, my parents are living paradoxes. Living oxymorons. I think I'll go back. Pick up a couple of things. Punk rock is the new punk rock. You know, when I read that out, Tailed, Paul Joseph Watson's face just popped into mind. A bit lost. Hashtag me too. I think gave the stream the wrong name. I should have just called it Prepare to Die. I know that's stealing from Dark Souls, but it's pretty much all I've done is die, die, die. Taking a few minions with me, but that's nowhere near enough. Populism is the new punk. Health pack, it's mine. That's 20 health, that's nowhere near enough. Oh, that was such a sweet kill. Right, am I... Please, let me be on the last one now. Oh god, how are these reaching me? Right, on the run again. Oh, this is more tense than it should be. How? What's that band called, Tailed? Take it this is a rocker stream as well. Bit snuck up on me, I know, yeah. Stealth raped. The thing is, I still don't feel like giving up, even though I've probably died about fucking 60 times by now. I just really want to pass it. I feel like I'm getting closer. I think that was the last one that I had, that I was onto there. So, victory is imminent. Keep the faith. And for Catherine, I've got to ask about your Twitter bio. Feed your head, is that from an Oasis song? Because that's where I know that from. Is it that from White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane? Never heard of him, or them, or that song. Right. I'm on the run again. Ugh, lag. I'll take a wee pause just now. Nowhere near enough health. That's a bit better. Well, a little bit. Or maybe not. Every time I get my health back, one of those things always comes at me. Right, I'm away, have fun. You've suffered enough. Thank you for stopping in branches, and good night. Well, that's one thing you've got right tonight, Chowder. You know, I'd love to get this flying thing one-on-one, but that just doesn't seem to be possible. Oh yeah, you're an honorary Jew. He's a Jew in waiting, Tail. Yeah, that red flying thing. I don't know if you've noticed, but I really hate that. Alright. Come here, Bella. Come here, Bella, boo. Bella. Bella. Come here. He's a good girl. Come on. Nope. Suit yourself then, you be shite. That's Police Scotland on the way to you, Tailed. This time for reals. You're going to be a guinea pig for Nicola Sturgeon's new Gulag system.
Meow, meow.
I would walk into that, wouldn't I? I have no idea how I survived that little bit there. Go away. Oh, dead. Dead as a fucking dodo. Yeah, tell me a joke. Maybe that'll give me the momentum I need to win this little bit. I've heard it, have I? No, this one's just for Cat. Ah, you're trying to impress her, I see. No, go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. Chowder, you're making James Damore sound friendly for Google. No more health. Death is imminent. That might have been a hit. Jesus, this flying monster even screeches like a feminist. I'm going to be having nightmares about this mission tonight. The temptation's there. It really is. But I just can't. Wasn't the only one, sadly. Jesus Christ, I'm kicking some major ass in this one. Only I played like this ages ago. it's so close. I can almost feel victory. Could use a bit of shield though. Come on, you are getting it. That, my friends, is why you never give up. Oh, I'm absolutely cheesing right now after that. The shotgun was the key. The super shotgun was the key against that flying biatch. And that's why the patriarchy always wins. Map updated. I'm gonna have a wee sip of council juice to celebrate. He's a flying fuck. She's a flying fuck. Let's call it Z, just to be with the times, so we're not like dinosaurs in our thinking. Flying fuck. So they've given me. They were a problem the other day, but it was much worse today. But I'm so glad I finally beat it. Although I must confess, I don't recall a checkpoint coming up, but I do remember getting a little upgrade thing. Oh, I could definitely use a few more upgrades. So it's not runes. It's not predator suit. Not got enough points to upgrade that. Nor that. Walter is gay. You're gay. Do you drink alcohol, Chowder? I really don't want to make this jump in case I fall and die. Oh, no choice though. Drink Coke Zero though, so you're teetotal as well then. Although I'm no longer like fully teetotal, I do have a beer now and then. But I did try it out for a year. Here we are. I need to find another key now. Or a skull, should I say. And this is way back at the start of the level. Feels like a long time ago. Yeah, I'm the same pretty much. Usually drink on special occasions or to sample a different ale or whiskey. That's pretty much it. Very rarely get absolutely plastered, if ever. I doubt I'll ever do it again, to be honest. Because I don't need booze to have a good time. Hey, somebody has to be the designated loser. Thanks for volunteering, Chowder. There's got to be a way in here, surely. No. That was the one that was it earlier. It's what I do. It's what I do. Quickly check the time. Yeah. Can stay on for a bit longer. Might as well explore this area. I didn't really get a chance to take in what was around here, because I was basically just running for my life all the time. Running and dying. No idea where to look for this thing. Oh dear, it's Hopeless Idealist in Space. Greetings. Right, you guys can come out of your little silence in the chat now. There's someone here to give abuse to. I have no idea what to do, where to go. Pretty much reached an impasse here. Instead of struggling to survive, I'm now struggling to find. Terran Mayor. Kinda remember I was watching a few of Z's videos. May or may not be an SJW now. I'll tell you who's an SJW masquerading as an anti-SJW. Based Mama. I want it. Hello Catherine. Welcome back. I'm still struggling, but I'm not struggling to survive, I'm struggling to find something important to me advancing. Don't even pay attention to Base Mama. I can't remember if I was subscribed to her. She seems to like share a name that rings a bell with other accounts that I've followed. Hey girl. Stop being misogynistic, dude. You've got to respect the womans. Oh dude, I've got 4 chainsaws. I have no idea when I came into that, but that could have helped a lot earlier on. Might have had quite a number of less deaths. Oh well, I've got it for the future. I'm not misogynistic, just friendly. Well, that counts as misogyny nowadays. You hold the door open for a woman? Misogynist. It means you want something in return. Even though I've held the door open for men as well. I must be wanting something from them too. Hey, Catherine, are you the one that's based in Glasgow? I'm starting to wonder if I'm getting you mixed up with another lass that was on one of Tailed streams. No. Ah, right. You're American, ah, right. For some reason I was getting you mixed up. I think her name's Kathleen. Oh, that's where I got the mixed up. She was also a Catholic, I think. Have I spoke to you before on the stream, Catherine? You haven't been on any of Tailed streams yet, no. So you've just listened. Oh, sorry, the whole time I thought I was talking to someone I had spoken to already. So yeah, you're American, and I'm surviving. Tail streams are normally laid back. I don't think I've seen any conflict on one. I would welcome it. Bring on the right. Yeah, I totally thought I was toast there. Talking about abuse against non-binary people. I'm really not big on non-binaryism, to be honest. I can accept a few people are actually born in their own body, but I think it's too much of a lifestyle choice nowadays, to be honest. I think there's a lot of like social brownie points and capital for people to like feign being trans. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if a number of the most recent trans people, and it's mostly men, it wouldn't surprise me if some of them are are becoming women because they feel that they fail being a man. They can't get a girl, so they become a girl. A few more places to explode. I remember when I was a teenager, I couldn't get a girlfriend, so I was considering becoming trans for that reason. Well, there's a lot of goodies in here. Now I just need to find my way. That's the room. I need to find my way in there. Stasis scum. See, if it wasn't for non-binary wankers, I would not even know that the word cis existed. But I remember I think it was at 2015, 2016, I changed my Twitter handle to Revenge of the Cis for a while. I quite like that one. ...2016 was the Revenge of the Cis. So, Catherine, did you vote for Daddy then, at the last president's election? Do you realise just how much you hate the Whammons, Catherine? You know you're a traitor. You're fucking dumb. And I'm better than you. I'm better than you because I wanted the Whammons to win. Yes, there we go. Finally. You were in the 6th grade in 2008. What age were you in the 6th grade? Well, people can identify as what they want, but it doesn't change the fact that men are men and women are women. You turn 12, alright, so... Yeah, because your systems are different. I was in, we call it primary and secondary. Primary school's like what you guys call elementary school. I turned 12 in primary 7, that was the last year of Scottish elementary school. I found a portal. How old was I? I was 17 when Obama won his election. His first one. And I remember I wanted Obama to win because he would have been the first black president. I thought that would have been a great thing, but it turned out not to be a great thing. I also remember... Oh, we've got some friends again. The communists in space, look, I'm at an Antifa rally on planet Whammons. I never wanted Obama to win. That's racist, that is. So are you like a lifelong conservative then? That's what my classmates call me, it's stupid. Vote for the black man or you're racist. Like at before the nominees were announced in 2016, at first I didn't even want Trump to win. I was sort of like, Trump's stupid, but at the same time I wouldn't jump on like the bandwagon. But the closer it came to the election, the more and more I was becoming pro-Trump, and I really wanted him to win. First and foremost, to piss off all the... oh, look at that. To piss off all the right people. And secondly, because the thought of Hillary winning was actually scaring the shit out of me. Classical liberal and fiscal conservative. Yeah, we could use some more. We need to use you could send some of your people over to Scotland. We need some here. We've got too many Marxists in Scotland. We went from Scotland the brave to Scotland the cucked. I know, but my point is that shouldn't be treated as that. Just, I don't think... What? Are you just having a wee conversation? Because I never heard any of... read what you were saying. I kinda used to be left-wing, like I used to be pro-Scottish independence, but I used to be, when I was like 17, between like the ages of 16 and 18, because over here we it was brought on by the football team I support. You guys call it soccer, but real football is actually kicking a ball. And there's this rivalry, Celtic and Rangers, and it's very like sectarian. Like it's not just like a cool. It's not just like a sporting rivalry. It's actually a political and even religious rivalry. It's basically, if you've ever heard of Celtic and Rangers football clubs, it's basically just imagine what Glaswegian drunken jihad would be like, and that's basically it. But yeah, Celtic fans are like very anti-British, and I was like part of all that sentiment. But I took my first red pill in steps, I think, shortly after I turned 18, and I started what was like a 3-year slow, unplanned process of converting from left-leaning to right-leaning overall. But I can sometimes agree with certain left things, as long as it's done in moderation. Who was red pilled from the cradle? Yeah, you American Republicans, those that are born into those families kind of have that advantage. The reason I think I've always been like a contrarian by nature, not just for the sake of it, and I kind of went against, you know, the left-wing narrative. Like 2010 was hard. I really did not want our Conservative Party to win, but at the same time I hated the Labour Party, so I just took this mindset of hating all politicians. But now I still don't like our Conservatives, to be honest, because they're not proper Conservatives, but I vote for them because I can't lend my vote to anyone else. My mum used to be a Democrat. Oh. Not voting is an option. It is an option. I mean, there are some people that believe that if you don't vote you're not entitled to an opinion. I don't think that's true, because sometimes your voting options could be hopeless. There could be like nothing, and it's easy to see why people don't want to vote. But I still choose to vote because I just want to vote against the SNP and the Labour Party, especially the Labour Party. Fucking hate Labour. And my hatred for Labour stems purely because of the Muslimic rape gangs in England. The fact that they went out of their way to protect the perpetrators makes them unelectable to me. And I try not to like harbour hatred for many things, but it's hard for me to avoid hating the Labour Party. I fucking hate them. Meatballs. They're my balls. They've just been let loose. And it's dead. If all the options are shit, you shouldn't support a broken system. Sounds to me like you're going to say, oh, we should have communists where you don't have to vote at all. Well, no. Even a shit system is better than communism. Because communism is not a shit system, it's an unacceptable system. Now, what the UK needs is to become like Hungary and Poland. We need to adopt an attitude of taking care of number one before trying to save the world. like I was just thinking, if say Jeremy Corbyn was the Prime Minister, it would go against pretty much all my principles, but if there was like a coup against his government, I would definitely be in support of it just because of all the damage. The Labour Party is, I've got a new word for you, Catherine. You can use this when you're talking to people. I've coined a term and it's called Islamunism, and it's basically the alliance between radical Islam and communists in their mutual goal of destroying the West and to take away free will from people. And basically the British Labour Party are Islamunists. Like they might as well Islamunist. it's a cross between Islam and communism. Yeah, that's a good idea. Write that down. Input Dr. Ezekiel 2018 so that my genius is immortalised. God, that hurt. But yeah, the Labour Party in Britain might as well have a crescent moon. Like, they even do like gender segregated like Muslim rallies at meetings. Oh, you're not. I support Labour currently because you can't base your vision around the party on one bad thing. Well, that's not a bad thing, it's like, it's deeply immoral, and the fact that they used political correctness as an excuse to justify punishing a hideous crime makes Labour unelectable. Oh, I'm dead again. I would argue that Tories killing countless. See, this is just appeals to emotion, communist. The Tories are not intentionally killing people. I don't like the Tories, but they're not like conspiring. They're not doing this blatantly to have people die, whereas the Labour Party blatantly allowed those young girls to be raped, and they showed absolutely no remorse for them, and anyone in their ranks that even dared to speak up was purged from the party. And the reason that the Tories have so many cuts is because of what the previous Labour government did. Gordon Brown left a note to David Cameron saying there's nothing left. Because it's just spent. And if you spend so much that you get into debt, then cuts are inevitable, even from Labour. Well, it's getting kind of heavy. Oh, the chat. Yeah. I'm just basically following the Lord and Saviour Jordan Peterson's advice. I've got a New Year's resolution. I'm going to be less agreeable. Well, not for the sake of it, within reason, obviously. The discussion, yeah. If Labour didn't wreck the economy in the last election, there'd be no austerity. I even doubt, and if it wasn't for all this multicultural madness and calling people bigots as well, and unlimited mass migration, I honestly don't even think the Tories would have won in 2010. It was Hun Parliament, remember? I remember at the time in 2010, as much as I hated Labour, I kind of wanted Labour to edge it if I had to pick, only because it was devil you know sort of thing, but having lived under both and experienced both, I think they're both shit. I'm not defending the Tories. I mean, I wish there was another way, another option. But the Tories are the ones that I see as the lesser of all the evils. I mean, Labour are what I see as my mortal enemy, as do the Lib Dems. I see that as a middle upper class party. The SNP are misleading because they claim to be nationalists, yet they want to turn us into a province of Europe. The Green Party, I can't vote for them. Fringe parties like UKIP, they can be attractive. I wouldn't call myself a UKIP fan, but I've never really had anyone standing for UKIP. And the BNP, who are, well, they're obsolete now, but they were genuinely racist, and I use that term accurately. But when I came to the conclusion that the BNP were a racist party, I did so on my own. I didn't just blindly believe everyone. I decided to, you know, interrogate their ideas, hear what they have to say. And I didn't like what they had to say, to be honest. Jacob is waiting in the wings. Oh, Jacob Rees-Mogg, that's what we need. We need a proper, like, Conservative party, not this faux Conservative party. The problem is we needed the Tories didn't inherit one of the worst economic crashes in decades. They did. The recession started in 2008. It was a global recession, but the UK was badly affected by it. So many businesses went bust, and the Tories took over. And that's basically just what Doom Guy would do if Jeremy Corbyn won. To Doc. What were you saying yeah to, Catherine? Because I've been talking so much. No, but the economy was a mess when the Tories came in. They had little choice. I mean, I didn't like what they did. I was like against them. Labour Party got the brunt of it though. Well, they were in power when it happened, but a lot of it was down to their everything. Yeah, it's because I'm always right, Catherine. That's why. But no, Labour, like, this was a mess of their own making, and I can't really go. Another talking point is like the NHS. But my mum said to me, and this was in 2006. It was something to do with she went to the chemist to get her medication, and there was a problem, and she said this is the beginning of the end for the NHS. So she foretold that. So, base talk indeed. The death of the NHS is a globalist thing. The thing the Tories would do would be at worst to put it out its misery. I mean, they're not helping the NHS by any means, but Labour wouldn't do it either. Labour just love to weaponise the NHS as an appeal to emotion. The thing is, see, Labour and all the other Remain parties like the Lib Dems, they claim to love the NHS, but what they really like is the international health service. They might as well be defending the IHS because they think it's okay for people who are not in this country to just come and use it. For me, the NHS should only be allowed for taxpayers in this country, and any treatment done on the NHS by foreigners, and this includes Americans and Canadians and such, harsh as it sounds, that'll just have to come out of their bill in the long run. The NHS should only be open to taxpayers and people who are residents from birth of this country. Because obviously I still believe the unemployed should get access to it as well. God, just thinking back to that recession that started in 2008, that was a triple dip recession, I think. It didn't really start picking up till after 2012. John Major's government was blamed for similar reasons to what Blair and Brown's government was blamed for. Oh, there definitely was. I don't remember that very well. I was too young, but yeah, I remember Labour were voted in on the back of trying to turn things around. Do you guys want me to tell you a fun fact? I've done karate sparring with Gordon Brown's children. I mean it, it's true. And I did so not knowing who they were. Gordon Brown. See, to be honest, Chowder, I don't think Gordon Brown really was the one to blame. You know, he inherited Tony Blair's mess. And I'm not trying to defend them just because I sparred with kids, but I'm not a fan of them either, especially after his gaff calling that woman a bigoted woman. But yeah, Tony Blair's government was awful. I mean, they were advertising jobs in the UK to people in Poland. Now, if people from Poland come over looking for work, I don't have a problem, but they were advertising them in Poland. Why couldn't they advertise them here first? Right, two guys are fighting over you on Twitter. He was Chancellor under Blair, true. But Blair's still the chief scumbag. Probably the most evil former Prime Minister alive. Two guys fighting over... You'll need to, do you follow me on the Twitter, Catherine? Dr. Ezekiel, you'll find me through Tails thing if you want to find me. Ah, dead again. See, I'm not even concentrating that much on the game, I'm just running around just dying now. I've had my big victory. What you should say to those guys that are fighting over you, Catherine, is to say the docs won your affection, so they can just give up now. What's your handle, Dream On, Chowder? I'm the one that's getting a handle. Ah, that's why I keep going in circles. Rain-a, rosy, a pocket full of posies. Anyway, forgive me if I've asked this, communist in space, but what is your position on the EU? I probably did ask you the other night, but just to remind me. The EU, and I'm talking about the EU as it is now. The EU agenda, its actions, its goals. You're pro-Brexit. Okay, that's... You wouldn't be the only leftist. I know quite a number of leftists that were pro-Brexit. It still baffles me though, if you're like anti-corporate, why you would support that. Another... I'm just on the Twitter just now, guys. Thanks to V, I always call it that. Communist Party is for Brexit, and that's interesting. They maybe see they see an opportunity to make our own little North Korea in Europe. Oh yes, I'm just taking a little break now, guys. I don't know how much longer I'm going to carry on with this stream. Labourership, at least they give the scraps of society. Well, they give lots of scraps of women to rape gangs. That's funny, I just followed you at the same time, Catherine. Oh, phone fell down. Right, anyway, play on a bit more and have a debate with anyone that wants an argument. I've seen your photo, Catherine. You're very gorgeous. That's me ahead of you in the pecking order, Chowda. I said that. That must be a yes. Time to rocket launcher these bastards. Nice. Better form. Here it is. Yes. Finally using my favourite weapon in the game. What? Oh, that should have killed him. He was immune to that. Damn. Here's a debate for you. I saw The Last Jedi last week and I thought it was okay. No, it's on. The Last Jedi. Yeah, no problem, Catherine. You're welcome. But yeah, back onto The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi was a big, massive cock up the ass of Star Wars. I'm so gutted. Are you a Star Wars fan, Catherine? And if so, what did you think? Be honest. If you guys disagree with me, then I want you to you know, maintain that. You don't have to just agree with me. but The Last Jedi, I thought it was going to be better than The Force Awakens. I was wrong. It was pretty silly. Well, just to confirm, has everyone in the stream seen The Last Jedi? Because I'm going to discuss a couple of things about it, but I don't want to in case anyone's not seen it and they wish to see it still. Right, first things first, the Chinese are red-pilled as fuck because nowhere in China is showing The Last Jedi anymore. You know, they can see through the... You haven't seen it. The Last Jedi is a good movie. Well, you're a communist, so you could. But I can spoil it. You thought it was less political than The Force Awakens? I disagree. I think they went out their way to politicise it a lot more this time. Obviously, what they did, one thing that pissed me off was they killed off Admiral Akbar, and he should have been the one that replaced Leia as the temporary, you know, commander, but they gave it to Vice Admiral Gender Studies. They portray the First Order as all evil white men, every single one of them. There's like no diversity in the, the First Order at all. And yeah, Rey is still a Mary Sue. She outfought Luke Skywalker when they had their mini duel. Oh, and Luke's gone. They killed Luke Skywalker. You like the prequels, so your opinion is invalid. The prequels are proper Star Wars. The prequels are great movies that have few flaws in them, a bit cheesy lines, but the good of the prequels overrides the bad, in my view. I mean, the prequels had actual political intrigue, it had actual good lightsaber duels, not the rubbish that The Last Jedi and even The Force Awakens gave us. Well, just in case you're about to ask, Commie, I didn't watch your thing. To be honest, I just couldn't be arsed watching your thing about someone who was explaining why the prequels were bad. They're not going to change my mind anyway. Back on Last Jedi. Yep, they built up Snoke to be this all-powerful Palpatine times 1,000, and then bang, killed because of his own incompetence. You only call her Vice Admiral Gender Studies because she has purple hair. Actually, no, I'm actually stealing that from Sargon. He was the one that came up with it. And it just sounds so great. You need to watch Emmy's video then, The Last Snowflake. First movie I ever saw in a theatre was a Star Wars movie. What one was it? Do you remember what episode? And yeah, where was I? Was thinking of another thing. Yeah, the diversity hire. I mean, I even felt bad for Finn's character. Here we are getting this relationship between Rey and Finn all built up, and instead this chubby Vietnamese lassie who's got a boring personality comes along and like tries to romance Finn. Oh, and they shoehorned the casino planet, don't get me started on that. Those little horse/dog/deer creatures, the sadness that they put in their face was to put a guilt trip on the viewers. Even if it's SJW propaganda, that does not make it a bad movie. Well, yeah, it's true, you can get some stuff that might have social justice leanings in it, but this one was bad. Like, the plot was poor itself. It does deserve praise for trying something different, but that difference wasn't a good difference. I just didn't like the characters. They didn't, build on The Force Awakens, which was okay. The Force Awakens was okay. It was more like something that it was a setup. It was like a one-time view only, and it was the potential to have a springboard for a great sequel. They teased bringing Anakin back as a Force Ghost, Hayden's Anakin. That never happened, so that was a disappointment. They've not gone back to classic planets from the other trilogies, which is a bit annoying. Even just one planet would be fine. They've not really shown the structure of the New Republic at all. That's another thing. The First Order, even though they've had their Death Star destroyed, well, it is a Death Star, they've taken over. They should have been given a crushing blow, but they're in charge. It's not explained why they reign. It's not explained why the planets in the Outer Rim don't want to help the rebellion. They just don't give a fuck. So either they're too scared or they've been red pilled to the point that they don't want to live under a matriarchy. The anti-capitalist sentiments in the Casino Planet was a bit overboard. I'll tell you an example of something that's good despite social justice propaganda. It's a video game. I was trying to think of a movie, but a video game called Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Now that's a good game despite the propaganda that they push in, and what the propaganda amounts to is a transgender, woman to man in Victorian London. I mean, that would not have been accepted. Also, what's annoying about this character is that a gang of this transgender man has got a gang of ruthless blighters, real tough nuts, all working for him. So that's inaccurate. That was definitely shoehorned, as a response. And even Assassin's Creed Origins, the last two Assassin's Creed games, they've put gender identities in their virtue signal, and they've always virtue signaled at the start of an Assassin's Creed game. This was done by a multicultural team. But despite that, I still enjoyed Assassin's Creed Syndicate, despite the fact that it was 50% male, 50% female. You played as twins. One was a woman. I still liked playing as her. So it can be good, but even if you were to take the propaganda out of The Last Jedi, there's still lots of disappointments. But the way that the SJWism was implemented kind of makes it stick out like a sore thumb for me. Whammon. Low health. Yeah, I'm dead again. I'm pretty much Women make me be embarrassed to be female. There's nothing wrong with being female, and I'm not white at night, and as I say this, I'm being honest. Women have kind of gone to shit over the last few decades, and they're still in a minority. They're just loud. It was clumsy, but I thought it was visually gorgeous. Well, it looked good. It was definitely a good looking film. The soundtrack was wonderful. That's why when I give it a star, when people give 1-star reviews, they say, "Oh, if I could give it a 0 stars, I would." I still give it a 1 star, because it is a 1 star, but it earns that star for its the soundtrack was good. I was definitely hooked in at the opening scene. And another thing, I will give one praise to another thing, although I didn't like how Luke was portrayed. Was his character was portrayed, written by the director. I thought Mark Hamill did a stellar job acting it, despite, even though he wasn't on board with it either. And he still isn't. This retraction he's given out is something that he's doing to stay on board, basically, with Disney. There must have been something in the contract. So Mark Hamill did very well, despite the problems. I suppose if I was to add these fine up and take my I'll be honest, I did put on my sort of disappointment lenses on. Just call it a 1 star. It probably is a 2 star just because Mark Hamill was great and the soundtrack. But like the new characters, I mean, Ray and Finn did not get, and Poe Dameron, they did not have like good stories written about them, and that's a shame. But we're also we're going to miss they killed off Han Solo in the last one. That's my favourite character, and now they've killed off Luke. So and obviously Leia can't come back, and they're not going to use CGI for her. So who have we got left? What proper Star Wars characters have we got left? We don't have any. I'd say R2 and C-3PO, but they're just more like side characters now, because BB-8's taken over. BB-8's a bit overpowered for a droid. Poe needed much more screen time. Poe is probably one of the better new characters. He's someone that I could have pictured being in A New Hope at like the Rebel base, or maybe even Rogue One. Rogue One, that's the thing. Communists in space. Rogue One was social justice propaganda, but I thought that was an excellent film, despite the casting. Even despite the fact I didn't like many of the new characters. I loved the blind Japanese guy. I thought he was a good character. But despite the social justice propaganda and the lack of, and the obviously attempt to keep the white men out of it, I still thought Rogue One was an excellent story. It done a lot more fan service than the sequel trilogy. It took us to Mustafar and Coruscant from the prequels, and it took us to Yavin from A New Hope. So it actually, bridged the gap quite well, and it brought back Bail Organa as well. So I enjoyed that film. I thought, despite the fact that the female lead, the level shooter character, was boring, I still thought her story was told well. So Rogue One was a great movie despite its social justice. Rogue One is worth a watch. And have a Blu-ray copy. I could maybe give you a loan of it if you want. Right guys, I'm going to close this. I'm not going to try and close the stream, but I'm going to close the Doom app and let me know if I'm still on air. It might end it, and it's not by intentions.